Hello, my name is Dan Johnson and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the new collection box set, which is Doctor Who Season 8. It's a very exciting season. It's the first series of the Master, the first series of Joe Grant. It's also, part of that sort of era of John Pertwee's time as the Doctor, when everything's very earthbound, and I think it's a really magical time. Obviously, we're going to be taking a look at the artwork. We're going to be taking a look at the discs, some of the special features, what I'm really looking forward to, and whether I recommend getting it. Now, with these things, it's almost surefire that I will definitely say get it. Because you know how much I like these collection box sets. The thing with them, and this one in particular, is this one has gone incredibly quickly. Like, most of them can kind of hover for a little while. Maybe you'll see a few pop up around in various places, before its release and after its release, and maybe that will still happen. I mean, the thing hasn't been officially released yet, so there's still a chance of that happening, but to me, I feel like this one will be one of those ones that are very much sought after, along with Season 10, Pertwee's other box sets. That's very sought after. It goes for about 250 quid, and I think that over time, this one will probably be doing the same. At the minute, eBayers have really gone into this one, those eBay scalpers that take the pre-orders of people that really want it as fans and stuff like that, and to buy it at retail price and then double the price and then sell it off for profit. They're very annoying people. I mean, it's fine for them to do that, but they're doing it on purpose just to make money out of desperate fans that just want the box sets. And I mean, morally, that's a bit of a grey area to me. Especially when some of them don't even bother removing the package that the thing arrived in. Some people have taken the image. I saw it with the steelbook for the 50th in particular, but I haven't seen many of people with this done it yet. But I suppose not everyone's had it yet. Is that they've had the package arrive and then they've just taken it out of its box or sleeve in the case of some of the steelbooks, laid it flat on it, and then taken the picture with the packaging still there, and probably reused the packaging to send it back to you, so they become the middleman. Anyway, I've done videos on this before, and it's very annoying to talk about. So, without further ado, let's talk about the box set itself. I probably should also point out that this is a Region 2 release. A Region 3 or a Region 1, etc. release will probably be coming at some point in that slip case kind of thing. The cover itself is gorgeous. You can see there John Pertwee taking pride of place with the Master below him also taking pride of place, because it is his 50th anniversary this year. We've had Masterful, and I think that this was also to coincide with that. We have some monsters down at the bottom. I'm afraid I haven't seen all of the episodes for this series, so I don't know their names, but I know that we have a demon, and I know that we have an Auton, but apart from that, I'm not quite sure. Also, my lamp thing has fallen so many times, I'm not going to bother picking it up until I finish a sentence now. This set contains 8 discs, and it's rated 12. They seem to have shaken up the look of the 12s and the PGs and all of that kind of stuff, so that's why there's a new logo for the 12s. It took a while for it to come to these box sets though. On the back we see this lovely artwork with Joe, the Doctor and the Master in the background. I believe that this is also the artwork that you'll see on the cover booklet as well. It has a list of the episodes: Terror of the Autons, The Mind of Evil, The Claws of Axos, Colony in Space, and The Demons, with brand new special features. For me, personally, I mean, there's an awful lot of stuff on here, but for me, I really like the behind the sofa stuff. This time, it has Sacha Dhawan, the current Master, watching the old Master, and I think that will be a really cool thing to watch. There's also omnibuses and extended episodes for, I think, every story in this box set. You have a documentary with Frank Skinner taking a look at Terrance Dicks and sort of who he was and things like that, which will be interesting to listen to because he was a big part of Doctor Who. He even wrote books until he died and things like that. So that's definitely a thing that I'm going to be watching. And obviously you have the updated special effects, the kind of remaster to the images. I know that Terror of the Autons was a really shaky looking episode with some of its green screen, and they've fixed all of that now, which is amazing. And I'm really looking forward to watching that. I keep saying listening for some reason. At the bottom you see that it contains all of the regular stuff that you would get from DVD releases, those behind the scenes documentaries that I really like. featurettes, studio footage, audio commentaries, all that kind of stuff are also included. Below that we have some stuff containing, who it's starring, and then the information, which I'll pause on for a moment. Slipping the cover off, you have this lovely image here of Jon Pertwee, once again, now in full. Looks absolutely amazing. Great finish on that as well. For this one, the spine of it is a lot thicker than a lot of other collection box sets have been. I think this might be up there with season 14. Season 23 I think was probably the thinnest I have. And this one is quite big. It was a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. The size difference between the sets are quite weird, and I don't know why exactly that happens. But I think this is an 8-disc set, and I think that because it's 8 discs, I think this is the biggest we've had in terms of collection box set in terms of disc number. I know that we've had 7, but I don't think we've had 8 before. I would have to check. Am I right? And I think that this is a really cool set But I'm not going to complain. There's clearly been a lot of work that's gone into this set, and there's been a couple of pushbacks, and COVID has been a big issue for them, because I think this box set was mostly made during COVID, so there's extra little bits that they do, the set visits, things like that, are going to be a lot harder to film because you have to do it in COVID restrictions, which is definitely going to be an issue for any production at the minute. On the back here we have this lovely image of the time vortex, once again showing this gorgeous colouring that they've done with this one. I think this is probably the most colourful, including season 26, and that's very colourful as well. This is also up there, the gorgeous yellow there, and obviously the gorgeous TARDIS. Once you open the set up, you have another gorgeous piece of artwork, which opens up like they always do to reveal another piece of gorgeous artwork, which is the one that we see at the back with Joe, the Master in the background, and the Doctor from I think Terror of the Autons there. It's given Delgado a bit of a massive chin, but I suppose that's okay. Once you open that up, we have an image of the TARDIS, like we normally do, as well as, this is a new edition, this doesn't normally come with them, is just the booklet of advertisement stuff. So I won't bother going into it, but you have stuff for Time Lord Victorious, Dalek Awakens, all that kind of stuff within here. It's like having those sort of one advert things, but you get a booklet of them. You have this lovely piece of artwork here with Katie Manning, the Doctor, and Delgado. Moving into the actual booklet itself, it's really gorgeous. Like, the print is amazing, the images are great. There seems to be some artwork that's new to me. I don't know whether it's new to this release, but once again, it's gorgeous. Lots of interesting production notes and sort of writing from people that really know what they're talking about with Doctor Who, very well thought out and put together and everything like that. There seems to be a lot of pages about these episodes, in fact, but I look forward to reading them as I go along them. There's a gorgeous image at the end for the demons, which I think is amazing. The back here, and normally you get the signature of the Doctor, but this time you've been given the signature of Katie Manning and the Master, which makes sense because it's their first episodes, as well as some dead Autons. In terms of discs, they go as following. You have one lovely looking disc there for Terror of the Autons. You have another lovely looking disc for the Mind of Evil there with Delgado. Then you have another disc for the Claws of Axos. Billy Connolly in space. No, Connolly in one of those words I just can't say, apparently. The next disc is also for Colony in space, and the sixth disc, is for the demons, and we have another disc there for the demons, as well as a bonus final disc with the TARDIS. You have to be careful with this kind of disc stacking that they do, because they do come out pretty easily, and it would be a massive shame if that was to happen to any of the collection box sets, to be honest. Below all of that, you have an image of Pertwee in the time vortex there, which is lovely. This this final disc, was actually quite loose when I opened the package, but luckily it was completely fine. It's such a lovely set. I really can't wait to start watching this. It takes me like a good few weeks to get through it all, especially with the episode that I haven't seen before. But I'm really looking forward to it. And many people, on Twitter, you'll see pictures coming through constantly of people who have had theirs arrive. It started on Friday and now it's Saturday, and I imagine they're going to continue all the way up to next week. And I just love that kind of atmosphere that comes with it as well. But wow, this box set is amazing. I mean, I've said that for every single collection box set at this point, but still, it still stands. They're so well put together. The documentary stuff on them are brilliant. The episodes, I'm sure, have been remastered to perfection and look absolutely great at this point. It's all very exciting, actually, and I'm really looking forward to delving into the menu, seeing what I can find, and stuff like that. You know, sometimes when I do this kind of unboxing, I feel like I never do the behind-the-scenes stuff, the special features justice, because I feel like I kind of miss stuff out that I later discover, you know, behind the sofas, and I mean, they're kind of the obvious things, but there's loads of little location documentary things that are on so many discs, and with a lot of these discs, you know, the demons having 2 discs and things like that, it feels like there's a lot of stuff there to look at, and apparently the demons is a very good episode. I just haven't watched it yet, but I do look forward to reading and really delving into the series, and I love this kind of rich history that you get with the collection box sets as well. But obviously, like I said at the beginning of the video, I think that this one is going to be incredibly rare. I mean, it's sold out like everywhere at this point. It's very difficult to get your hands on it. I mean, eBayers will sell it for ridiculous prices, and I mean, sometimes you're not getting that bad of a deal. But I mean, if you can get this set, yeah, I mean, the best time to get it would be now, obviously. You know, as its release comes through, a lot of people are trying to sell them, and as they start selling, you know, lesser on the market and stuff like that. But I mean, I think that this will appear for a good while like the others do, but I'm not holding out for releases in terms of reappearances almost. You know, season 26 had a bit of a spike in Argos at one point, which was a bit out of nowhere, and I think season 23 was the same. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Do you have anything about the collection box sets that you always watch, and something that I should check out? I mean, I try to watch as much as I can, but there must be stuff I forget or don't watch with these sets. Is there a set that you're really holding out for and really hoping that comes through at some point? For me personally, I would say season 11, maybe something with Sylvester, you know, season 24, trying to finish his season 25, sorry, really finish that era off, but I'm sure they'll do that in time. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.